Good morning, Bob Brooks here. Today, let's do a review on Matrix Empire and do a spillover versus the Alliance, what we're doing, the Freedom Alliance, and why you should consider joining this alliance. If you're new online and you don't know what you're doing, you definitely want to look at the Alliance instead of spillover. If you've been around a long time, you know what spillover is. I'm going to show you what spillover is, but you're going to see this and really want to do this instead. We're doing so much more than spillover has ever done. And if you're somebody that's seasoned and you know how to build a business online, you want to consider joining us because you can finally help your people succeed online, which is the number one thing that's been a goal for me, is to change this industry and help people actually have results. And this alliance we put together is doing just that. And I'm going to start by showing you Matrix Empire. It's a 3x10 matrix, and I want to show you how it works. I want to show you how spillover works, and then I'm going to show you the difference of what the alliance does. I'm going to show you some results I'm getting and people are getting, and we're going to just have fun with this morning. So hold on while I share my screen. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, notification bell, get that done. Thanks. All right, here's where my matrix is right now. If anybody's in blue, they've sponsored somebody, and you can see on these things it says who the sponsor is, and it gives you their username, and it's a 3x10, meaning 3. Then each 3 have to get 3, and then 3 get 3, and it moves on down. And you can see we've got some people down here that are already having people that they've already sponsored somebody, and I don't want to open up their full names and everything, so I'm just going to show this to you this way. But here's what happens with spillover. I got started. Right away, I sponsored 3 people. They went down here. I'm the sponsor for all of them. My 4th person could not go on a 3x10 matrix. It fell under Len here. So Len got my first one. Well, then I added Len to my rotator, and Len and I were in the rotator, and Len got some more people he sponsored, and I got this guy over here, and they came through the rotator, and you can see they started getting different sponsors than me because they were added to the rotator. So what we're doing is we're actually, and here let me go over here and show you what we're actually doing here. So if you're waiting for spillover, it's going to fill, and you got to wait for the next position to come in. And down here, you're going to look at your past 24 hours, and there'll be all zeros until you have a spillover. Then you'll have a referral. With what we're doing, everybody is seeing page views, emails, contacts, referrals. We're building your list for you. You're growing contacts, you're growing a list, you're growing referrals. The paid referrals will come. I know some people in here don't see a paid referral yet. Oh, by the way, if you just look at right here, these red dots are people that have opted in. They've started an account. They just have not sent their money in to upgrade yet. So there's a lot more there that have created accounts that just need to go. But they're there. So what happens is here, if you join the Alliance, the difference in spillover, everything stays 0. With the Alliance, not only are you going to get paid referrals, we are building you a list. The most valuable thing you can have is a list. I had a lady who I talked to yesterday, a wonderful lady, was asking how I generate so much traffic. How do I do this? And she goes, I bet you send to a list. And I said, well, yeah, that's the first place I go is to my list. And I continually send updates and videos and things like that to my list. She goes, well, I don't have a list. I said, that's why you need the Alliance. I said, everything you've done up till now probably promises, massive spillover and this, that, and the other, and you don't get anywhere because, one, you're not building a list. You got to have a list, and we're doing that for you here at the Alliance. We're going to give you the number one thing you should be doing, and that's building your list, because as this list gets bigger, so will your matrix. It's just a numbers game. The more people here, the more people here. The more people here, the more emails go out. The more emails, it just gets going. So you definitely want to consider the Alliance. It's something we're doing different is we're building your list too. We're building you a solid base. Because here's the thing, as this list builds, you can go into your contact manager, and I got some pictures of that because I don't want to show stuff, and you can email these people, you can communicate, you can send broadcasts to these people. So you'll have a list that you can market to. So if you are doing something else, and if you're not doing all 3 income streams in here and you got something else, well, by having a contact list, you can send to them. People who just wait for spillover, they don't have a contact list. All they have are zeros. That's all spillover does. And again, spillover, the reason I don't like it is I didn't receive one spillover. Not one. And why did I not get any spillover? Because I outrun my sponsor. And I'll never see spillover. But for someone like right now, for this person down here, for them to see in this corner here, for them to see spillover, they got to wait. It just becomes a waiting game and nothing happens. But what we're doing is we're building your list. And let's get into showing us the contact manager real quick, and then I want to go and show you how we track this. But let's go right here. I got some pictures. When you click on contacts, this is what comes up. I blocked out emails and phone numbers. You don't need that. But you're going to get a name, and you're going to get some actions you can do, and they're going to give you a score. The higher the score, the more emails and stuff they've opened up, and you really need to follow up with these people and contact them. And from the actions button, which is next, right down here in the corner, you can edit their contact, you can email them, you can text them, you can look at their stats, their score, how they determine it, you can look at the groups, the names, the notes. There's all sorts of stuff you can do in this contact manager. I really like this. You can sort, you can filter, you can create a separate lists of people. I'm getting ready to break out my list a little different, and I haven't done that yet, but that's that. But I want to show you in here the stats part of it. I did a picture of that. Here's a screen share. This is the emails this guy's been opening up and how many times he's opened up. This was a broadcast I did sharing my last video. He's watched that video 5 times now. I'm super excited. I'm sending him emails, and I'm reaching out to him because I believe he's going to get started. Just by that score tells me he's really enjoying this. So back here. But let's look at the leaderboard here. On the leaderboard, there I am. There's the guy on our team. Let's see who else is on our team. Barb's on our team. Over here, there's me again. This is a little bit longer. For a while there, we had 3 people on the leaderboard. But we're going to stay on the leaderboard. I eventually want this all us on the leaderboard. The more leaders I get on, the more rotators. Let me show you how this whole thing comes together on rotators and stuff. Somebody asked me how I do the Hits Connect thing. So Hits Connect is an inexpensive tracker. And first thing I do is I create a campaign for each person. And this is our newest person. I just created their campaign this morning. That's their capture page. That's the tracker number. So far in the last hour, they've had 27 page views. They only have, the total is only 27 because that's your total. They've only been with us for a short time. This was since last night, couple days here. And you can see the total hits keep going up for everybody on our team because they've been with us longer. So, of course, that's why theirs builds a little faster because they've got more page views, they've got more people on their list. But I mean, we are building your list, and then this is what's happening. So first thing I do is I create a campaign. I go up here, I put there, all I do is I take one of the already ones, I just change the username, I put their first name here, and then I create the new campaign. And once the campaign is created, on page 4, like I would just take this. Let's say we had a new person. I would just copy this, and I would do a Control-C. I would create a new campaign. I'd put it right here, and I would take their username, put the new person's username in here, my user, and then I'd say new guy or whatever his name was, and then I would create the campaign. And it would bring up, I've got the wrong page in here. I'm going to have to fix that. Anyway, it takes up that page. That's where I left off. But then I would go over to rotators, and I would scroll down and look for him right here at the bottom because he's the newest one. I would add him to the rotator and update, and that's how I add him to the rotator. But let me go delete that. I don't need that. I want to delete it. That person's not going to get any traffic, so they're gone. So that's how I create the campaigns and rotators. Once somebody has 3, I create another rotator for them. So it's a smaller rotator, and that is just for their group. Meaning, when you look at this, I created a rotator for this person right here to cover just the people in his matrix because he doesn't need to be promoting the whole matrix. He just needs to promote for his team. He's got his own rotator. She's got her own rotator. And then this guy down here has got his own rotator. And that's how I create additional rotators. I got up to 10 with this. And again, it keeps the list smaller, and they promote their own rotator. So what happens when you get started? 1, you should promote your own link. We're going to add you to at least 2 rotators and the company rotator. We're going to have more and more as this grows deeper. There will be more rotators. You can end up being in 3, 5 different rotators, but the key is you will see page views really quick. You'll start seeing your contacts come in. You'll start to see this grow. That's what the Alliance does. It's different. We build your list. A list, let me go back to my camera. If you've ever heard the money's in the list, it is. It's the first place I start. Anytime I start any sort of campaign, I email my list first. I get results from my lists. I've been doing this a long time. A lot of you don't have lists, which is why you have a struggle. You're always starting at the basic. Back to the conversation I was having with this wonderful lady about traffic and how I do it. Yes, I start with my list. I take time to build that, and now our alliance is helping you build your list. And if you're somebody that's been around for a while, you want to help people get going, I'm sure, so you should join us and help this out. The other thing I do is I'm always adding other traffic sources, and I scale my business. I did a video a while back on how I would go into Facebook groups, and I would meet people through Facebook groups. Well, I've outsourced that part. I've hired a company that now goes through, finds the people I'm looking for, and gives me the lead, and then all I have to do is go through and message them and make the connection. I no longer have to search for those people. I used to do it. My traffic, I do there's a lot of traffic, safeless traffic exchanges. I found ways of building that where it does it on its own, so I'm not clicking for credits like a lot of people do. So I have ways to build that traffic. I decided to do YouTube channels. And when I talk to her, she doesn't do any social media. She won't do Facebook or any of that. She won't connect with people. She doesn't want to do YouTube. And I'm like, understand, if you want a real huge business, you've got to find a way to build it. And one of the ways is to join the alliance. We're going to build that list for you. Now, all those contacts you saw there, you can move them to another autoresponder if you want, like Aweber or something like that, or you can leave them there and keep this platform, and you can work that list through there. You can email other offers, ClickBank, Warrior Forum, whatever it is. You can offer products to your list. It's just great to know that someone's doing it and helping you build your business. It's not just waiting for that referral, because spillover, I've seen it so many times, it burns out. What we're doing with the additional rotators, we're going to keep pushing those rotators down with the new groups and make sure they get marketing. I add rotators for people I haven't seen any activity happening quickly. I have a special rotator for you guys that I put you in there because I want to get a good kick with traffic, so I'll dump more traffic your way. It's all about helping everybody, and I'm on a mission here. The big vision is for the Freedom Alliance. I want to have some promo stuff, t-shirts, hats, all this stuff that I want to be sending you guys when you achieve certain levels in this group. And we're going to do something no one else has ever done online. We already started it. The results are happening. You can look at some of my past videos, see the comments. People are stoked. They're excited. That's an old word, stoked. People are excited about what's going on. But that's what I got going on, and that's why you should consider being part of this alliance. Matrix Empire allows us to do that the way they have it set up. I really like it. I have joined the other income streams because as this grows, people are going to move into those too and want to have multiple streams, and that's a good thing. So that's what I got for Wednesday. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.